following breaking news out of Denver this morning. This home fire broke out in flames just about an hour ago. Look at the size of those flames. Crews on the scene at Federal and 29th trying to put this out.
Denver 7 reporter Sally Mamdouh joins us from the scene on Federal. Sally, what can you tell us?
Well, the fire now is under control, but joining me live is Denver Fire Louise Sedil. And tell me what happened. How did this all start?
When Denver Fire arrived on scene, we found a fire coming out of the rear of the house, right below the roof of the eaves of the roof. Denver Fire crews went with the offensive attack. They went inside, found two people, and they were able to pull those two people out. One was a male, one was a female. They were also transported.
Now, were they injured?
We don't know at this time. We let the paramedics were in charge of that responsibility, so we don't know the extent of their injuries. Fire crews were also successfully able to vent the roof. That's when the fire came out of straight shooting from the top of the house. We continued to attack the fire. That's when we changed our tactics about 10 to 15 minutes into the scene, and we went from an offensive attack to a defensive attack. That was just primarily for the safety of our firefighters.
Is that also a sign that the house is a complete loss?
Yeah, at that point, there was so much damage to the house that, scene safety is a concern, and so our goal is always to ensure that firefighters are not injured or hurt. And there was some collapse, a roof collapse, a little later on. So it paid dividends that we were able to get our firefighters out and go to a defensive attack.
And finally, you didn't have to evacuate, but you did have to spray some water on both of the homes that are. This house is in the middle of two homes, and you had to spray fire on both sides. Is that right?
That's right. We want to make sure that we prevent fire extension to any of the buildings that are next to them, and so in doing so, we minimize any other damage to those buildings or to the surrounding areas.
All right. But nobody was injured on both sides of these buildings?
No, nobody was evacuated from the other two buildings.
Just two people evacuated. Two people were sent to the hospital, and there's no injuries so far, as you can see. And right now, they're still working on putting this fire out, and they're going to be here for a couple of hours to make sure that all the hot spots are taken care of and nothing reignites.